Ash, it's okay. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your presence out here. Guys, how are you? Guys, reactors are being slapped from both ends. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate your presence. Guys, I appreciate your presence out here. Kindly consider subscribing, like, share, comment, and let me know what you think, your reactions, and everything, your questions in the live chat section. And of course, if you're watching later, come to the comment section and we talk. I'm always there interacting with you. So, guys, Gracie, thank you for tuning in. Same to Fekere. Thank you so much, Fekere, for coming over. You said good afternoon, good night, good evening from wherever. From wherever you're watching, good afternoon, good morning. Thank you so much, Fekere. I know you guys must be so done with the back to back, but I'm so grateful that you made your time, you created time to come out and listen to my reaction, my point of view, and of course, as I listen to yours. So, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Ash, for tuning in. So, guys, without even wasting time, guys, without wasting time, because we don't have the time, a lot is happening, of course. We have to go directly to the point. Guys, we don't have the time to waste. Kavan, thank you so much for tuning in. You're greeting us. Hello. Guys, we don't have the time to waste. Miss Optimistic, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, guys. Guys, I know Mura is still going on. I don't know if he's done, but that is something else which we'll be talking about it tomorrow. We don't have the time for it today. Because, oh, yeah, Fekere, trust me, that is a reaction for maybe 2 or 3 days. And of course, I'm here for it. I'll be translating to you. Today, we'll be talking about 2 things that they talked about today, but something. Allow me to divert from Rocio, because Rocio, guys, I just watched a premiere by Rocio just now, and I could not believe. Like Rocio, like Rocio, why? Rocio, you're coming for tourists. We were talking with Asha Ash. I think Asha Ash was like, "Are you sure?" Yes. Rocio, those people came to Kenya with their money. I cannot say the same with you. They are paying taxes, which is helping us as citizens. But for you to have the nerve, oh my God, these tourists cannot. Zero thinking. That is what she said. A lot, guys. I'll be talking about that. Rocio, And of course, with that lot, I'm using my, I think she said black opal or something, an earring, as you can see on my thumbnail, to cast out bad energy in a lot. You cannot doubt my health. Or I used some IVs, this and that. That is why you can see that I'm okay after suffering from severe malaria. And I'm like, Rocio, we are out here to give our reactions because you already oh my god. Oh. Guys, neotrends, Rocio repel. That is what is so funny, but something that I have to give it to myself, Kavan. I was not easy on her, but I was like, I hope you feel better, this and that, because Rocio is certified idiot. I'll say so, because when you look at it, I remember when Mura used to come out here on live streams, people would ignore concerns about Rocio. They would block the comments, but Reactors were out here questioning Mura Sensei. You need to go to your baby mama, this and that. But now, Rocio has come out here to flip, to flip on the same people that were looking out for her. Any other person that will ever, guys, any person that will come out here in future to defend Rocio, oh my God, I'll be coming for you, because Rocio is certified fool, period, because you cannot be doing that. Let me not get ahead of myself, because today I'm strictly reacting on the latest that Rocio uploaded, because that one we have to talk about it. Rocio, but guys, are you surprised that went to the guys? Well, Rocio went to the giraffe park by herself. Is that does that go along with my title yesterday? Because I was like, I think the beef between deemwango and Rocio is not getting any better, because they cannot see eye to eye. Mura Sensei went to meet with the sister, while Rocio to the giraffe to come for the reactors and the Kenyan tourists. Hey, Rocio, zero thinking. They cannot shut up. Oh, and I'm like, Rocio is an idiot, honestly, because she came out here and she was like, these tourists, they are too excited, they cannot zero thinking. And I'm like, oh my God, look at this one. Hamida, thank you so much for tuning in. Kavan, you said neotrends, the giraffe center was overcrowded after saying she had. Oh, so when was it? On Thursday? Was it on a Thursday? Today is on a Saturday. But that happened after Mura Sensei went to Nairobi, because in the same video, Rocio said that, oh guys, Mura Sensei is around. He has come to Nairobi. We are together. I think she mentioned something to that effect. Zungu Pebbles, thank you so much for tuning in. Certified liar. I cannot even find the right term to describe Rocio at this point. She went out to speed, and she gave some stupid reason. So guys, for me, I'm guessing probably unlike the rest of the Kenyans, I used some IVs to cure my malaria. That is why I was okay. Within no minutes, I was okay. Rocio, Prom, thank you for tuning in. Prom, thank you for tuning in. who else? Guys, if I didn't mention your name, I'm sorry, but I can see you, and of course, I appreciate your presence out here. Let's go directly to the points, guys. I know it's later during the day and you don't have time to corner. Let me add the volume. Guys, the volume is up.
For those who are telling me that I am lying about my health, about the malaria, just because you see me recover, it's like you don't expect me to get well, or what's wrong with you? But for the rest, that
you are. Can you shut up? No one came out here and said that we don't want you to get better or anything. Did you hear anyone come out here and say that, Rocio, you're not supposed to be getting better? Like we don't wish you quick recovery or something? Why do you want to come out here and insult people's intelligence? People were wishing you the best. In fact, unlike Marwa subscribers, people out here who you'll come out here in the same video, you come out here and call them haters, bad spirits. You're using your black magic to repel. To repel. So for you, Rocio, to come out here and claim that, oh my God, you're coming out here to dispel my health, like you don't want to believe when I come out here and say that I was suffering from severe malaria because you don't want to see me healthy. Like, please, you're starting off so badly. Let's continue.
Pray for me and wish me the quick recovery. The quick recovery was actually very effectively. I received intravenous, so that was fast.
Anyone that, I'll not say anyone, but most of the people in Kenya who suffer from malaria, you go even to the most local hospital, you'll be treated using the IVs. Like, what do you mean? Like you were special, you received different treatments from what most of the Kenyans receive when they suffer from malaria, or what do you mean? What does Rocio mean? Because she was trying to justify why she's feeling, or rather why she recovered super quick, that we are out here questioning how true that is.
That was fast, and I finished my treatment already. So yes, thank you so much. Look, I'm wearing very beautiful and powerful black onyx to repel all the bad spirits. Back to the sender, Maisha. Tell, because the senders are watching. Back to the sender.
Love sword, guys. That is Rocio for you. Rocio is out here telling people that if you question, if you use your intelligence to just conclude that, Rocio, you were lying, you were not sick, and that is the fact. You might, maybe she was sick, but not a sick as she wanted, or rather she came out here to express. That is a fact. Rocio, you were not severely ill as you came out here to tell people. So for you to come out here and say that you're using some black magic, what is it? Black ornaments to repel? Who are you repelling? Like Rocio, if you think we're in that era where you'll come out here, you want people to follow you blindly without questioning whether you're lying or not, then you're in for a very rude shock. And of course, I think Rocio thinks that it's only the reactors who are out here very shocked about the lies that she came out here to announce to the world. Oh, I'm so sick, I'm alone, Mura, oh my God, come and pick me. But something else, guys, would agree with me. I always came out here during this saga and I was like, Rocio is not going anywhere. Where would Rocio go? back to Mexico, to the streets, to clean the hotels for free food? Of course not. She was not going to be living to where? So Rocio to come out here and tell people that, oh my God, I'm repelling. You're not even giving people reason enough why you don't agree with them that you are not sick. You just come out here with your stupid and educated beliefs using the black magic. Let me play the script without interrupting. Without interrupting, then we come out here and give our reactions. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you dropped your likes.
For those who are telling me that I'm lying about my health, about the malaria, just because you see me recover, it's like you don't expect me to get well, or what's wrong with you? Me and wish me the quick recovery. The quick recovery was actually very effectively. I received intravenous, so that was fast. That was fast, and I finished my treatment already. So yes, thank you so much. Look, I'm wearing very beautiful and powerful black onyx to repel all the bad spirits back to the sender. Back to the senders are watching. Back to the sender.
You probably it's the bad English or something, but back to the sender, it's super unrelated to anything that Rocio is coming out here to tell people. Like, back to the sender, what about the sender? Rocio is just an educated fool, idiots. Gold digger in Africa, nothing. And you have the nerve to come out here and insult tourists that come out here and benefit the country. I like for you, you're just out here to call our people parasites, blah, blah, blah. Nothing. Good for nothing liar. Good for nothing idiots. So, oh my God, is that allowed out here? Someone said that Rocio needs to be repelled. So, guys, of course, you can see that Rocio watches Reactors, because who else? And of course, it's even worse because at this point, I believe that she goes to our community posts to read, because where else did she get that information? But I think even Marwa's fans, in Marwa's comment section, a few of them I saw, they were like, Rocio, were you really sick? Really? And of course, Rocio thinks that it's only the reactors that see her for who she is. But I also believe that even Mwango, and at this point, I really hope, guys, at this point, I really hope that Mwango comes for you properly. Rocio, Mwango comes and deals with you squarely, as the sister-in-law, because you're you're a liar. You lied. You lied. And I really hope that congratsmum deals with you, because you're not even grateful. Reactors came to your aid. Without the reactors, you would be crying in Nairobi, because of course we were not expecting you to board the plane. But you came out here with that YouTube post. For me, I felt for it, because you were like, oh, I didn't get the malaria 2 years when I was in Kenya. But of course, I was so... I was not... I think you were good. Yeah, by then, Rocio is a very good liar. At some point, I'm very sure there's all of us. At some point, you fell for Rocio's lies. That one you have to give it to her. You use their intelligence to know that you were lying, of course. You just came out here with that script, malaria, to get Marwa to come and pick you from Nairobi. At this point, I even believe that Rocio was kicked out. I think that Rocio was kicked out. She clearly did. She clearly did. So at this point, I believe that Marwa Sensor kicked out Rocio in that village, in the villa, and that is why she could not go back until Marwa had to go and pick her, go back to the villa because it was a shame. You left by yourself and you want to come back by yourself. So, Rocio is out here losing it. Let's go to the tourist part because I'm not to be out here for so long. I just said to come over. Hey, Rocio. But Rocio, I think you're even you're destroying the bridge before you cross over because you're still out here. If they abuse, if the abuse happened, if it happened, of course we know that abusers never change. Can you imagine, Rocio, it happens again? And of course, at this point, you should have known that Marwa's fans are only loyal to Marwa. The Janet and the rest. They ignore people who are showing concerns. Is Rocio kicking or not? What is happening? But you've come out here because reactors are not emotional. They just come out here and say the way it is. But now you're out here, being an idiot. Instead of just moving on like nothing happened. You come out here for the people that were trying to look out for you. Can you imagine if the same thing happened, guys? Rocio will be fighting for herself. You'll be stuck in Nairobi without Mura to come for you. Because I think that because I think that Marwa was told to come to Nairobi to pick Rocio because I think to shame the reactors or something. I don't know the reason, but Rocio, you're just not smart for that. To come out here and come for the same people that came out here to ask Marwa where is Rocio. So let's go to the tourist because she had a lot to say about the Kenyan tourists. Zero thinking. Guys, kindly drop your likes. We'll not be out here for so long.
And they don't give a people get so excited and they don't give a they can get rude and aggressive. How come? Zero thinking. Go.
Take one more. I think I was
That is it.
I'm sorry, I muted myself. This is what I was saying. Of course, Rocio does not expect, of course, you don't expect these people to be working for you. They are not the villagers. That is not the villa. They are not your servants. And of course, is it not funny that Rocio is out here saying that, oh, guys, they get so excited, they cannot. I hope I played that part, and I'm like, yeah, that is what happens when you go to your dream destination, not for content, but just to enjoy. But Rocio is so pissed, calling these people zero thinkers. We didn't see anywhere that anyone was disrespectful to Rocio, but I don't know what is happening. Rocio, are you not in good terms with Mura? I thought that you made amends.
They can get rude and aggressive. How come? Zero thinking. Go home.
You will not believe that she's the same person that is suffering from severe malaria. Eh? She is repelling with these black comments or something. She is out here, zero thinking. What have the tourists done to you, Rocio? What? But I know why Rocio was in a very bad mood at that point. It's because at this point when Rocio is in that giraffe park, Mura Sensor is with deemwango at the Nairobi CBD. I think that is why she was so pissed. Because of course after that drama, you don't expect Rocio to be controlling the narrative. Rocio has always been controlling Mura Sensor, do this up and down. You cannot meet your sister, this and that. But of course, you know, she's still playing it cool. Being nice, I'd say, to Mura Sensor, of course. But for her to come out and say, oh my God, they get so excited, zero thinking. Why? If you're not excited, because of course, you know, Rocio went there for content. And just to mention, I saw a comment, let me look at it, because when she was there, Rocio, you cannot even follow the instructions. You're given those, I think it's coconut with the food for the giraffe, but I saw Rocio taking it and letting the giraffe eat from it. Let me read a comment here, which is so wrong. Taking the baby just very close to the giraffe, which is risky. There are some instructions have been there. You cannot do that. You're supposed to be careful. The giraffe needs to take care of your baby. But of course, what do you expect from Rocio? She cannot take care of that baby, I said it. Because you have to be careful, but he was there. Let's see the baby's reaction. That baby is still young. Rocio, what reaction do you want to see from the baby? What do you mean? Let me read a comment there, because Rocio cannot follow simple instructions. You can cause accidents when you're there insulting tourists for no apparent reason. Someone say this, let me read. You should never risk a baby's life for content. So let me take some water. So someone said that you can never risk your baby's health or rather baby's life for content. Giraffes can be dangerous and could head butt a baby, because Rocio was super close to the giraffe with the baby. She gave a reason that I came out here for the second time because I want to see the baby's reaction, which I was like, Rocio lies. You're lying. You're there because you wanted content. And of course, you could not go to see deemwango with your brother because you're not getting along with your sister-in-law. I know deemwango is a pain in the nyash, but Rocio, you're not any better. Supposed to feed the animals directly from the bowl. You're supposed to pick and give the giraffe, and you're not supposed to touch it. But Rocio was doing everything that you're not supposed to do. Let me finish up these comments. Next time, please follow the instructions provided by the center. I doubt that she even knows how to read those instructions, because it's very clear. And of course, you cannot forget that Rocio has been to that place. This is not the first time, which was a surprise to see her doing the complete opposite. Rocio, and you have the nerve to name call the tourists. For what reason? Huh? You're becoming a problem. Rocio, you're becoming a problem. So, of course, as I told you, she checked Reactors channels to see what Reactors were saying yesterday. And she came out here to counter what a lot of us guys, of course, we were out here saying that Rocio lied. Rocio contradicted and said that, oh, you people, you're saying that I was not sick, but when I came out here and made that post, I was already, it was 3 days after I contacted the malaria, but I was like, Rocio, we have the comments. We have your posts out here. You came out here and said that today I tested for severe malaria. It was not 3 days. You were not 3 days in that malaria. She also said that, oh, even my family was worried because I was not uploading. But I was like, don't your family have your contacts? They cannot call you. That cannot be a reason or a proof that you were not sick. Come on. She said a lot of nonsense. Let me play and we get over with Rocio's lies. A liar.
For the fever. So then I found out it was malaria. By the time I let you know that it was malaria, I spent already like 3 days with fever and terrible state. So that's why.
Guys, I don't know if you understand Rocio, but she's trying to justify that you cannot say that I was not sick because by the time I informed you guys, I was already suffering from it for 3 days prior to coming out here to tell people. And I'm like, of course you're lying. Your statement was very clear. Today, I tested today, not 3 days ago. So you can only lie to a few, but not everyone.
I was so absent. I wasn't even using my phone, but I was receiving lots of messages of you being very.
You are not. You're not reading. You are not checking your phone, but you were receiving messages and comments. How did you know if you were not checking your phone? Have you seen how liars are caught red-handed? That's how we say. I would say, girl, bye. I was not even checking my phone. My family was so worried because I was not uploading. Like, you're not even a good liar. I think we gave you a good name. A very bad liar.
Very worried because I wasn't posting.
Let me play without interrupting. I'm sorry, guys.
You being very worried because I wasn't.
Let me play without interrupting. I'm super sorry for my
malaria. I spent already like 3 days with fever and terrible state. So that's why I was so absent. I wasn't even using my phone, but I was receiving lots of messages of you being very worried because I wasn't posting anything. Even my family was worried. Just trying to guess what happened. But thank you so much for all your support, all your messages, for quick recovery. I'm still very weak. I still feel like out of space. And I'm still weak, like I still need to recover completely. But I wanted to come today for this experience with Maisha. So
Rocio should stay inside so that she does not infect the mosquitoes. You guys are savvy. So that is what she said. The parents were so worried because they could not tell what was happening. Because guess what? Rocio was not even checking the phone. But she knew that people were dropping some comments. I cannot even say anything about that. I'm so done with that at this point. Eh? Calling people names for what?
It's part of the way that he will grow, you know? So let me wash my hands. And I will give Marwa a call to see where he's. He's in Nairobi now with me.
Naitwa Rocio. The name is Rocio. Madam P. Madam Parasite. And at this point, I think we have to understand. We have to understand why Marwa does not get along. Not Marwa and Dee Mwango. You don't get along with the villagers. You don't get along with your mother, sister-in-law, everyone. You do not. Why? Because you're a liar. You are a liar, a compulsive liar. That is why. It cannot be. You cannot be the problem, the common problem to everyone, even the entire village. You are the problem. She's an official. It's been more than 3 years. Guys, that is Rocio for you. The main part of this reaction was this part where Rocio was cursing people using the black ornaments. Rocio, did you even go to school? What makes you think that a stupid earring can cost anything? It's an item. It's a, what do we call? That is illiterate way of thinking. This is the kind of woman that will come out here and do some witchcraft. Because of course, you know, guys, it does not work like that. There's nothing scientific about using a stupid earring to come out here for anyone. Oh, I'm repelling. What? Using your earring?
For those who are telling me that I'm lying about my health, about the malaria, just because you see me recover, it's like you don't expect me to get well, or what's wrong with you? But for the rest that pray for me and wish me the quick recovery was actually very effectively. I received intravenous, so that was fast. And I
So
finished.
Rocio is trying to tell people that when you receive IVs, you magically heal from malaria. It's like Rocio does not know, or Rocio thinks that when Kenyans or any other person in this world suffers from malaria, maybe you take some tablets, maybe you boil some leaves, maybe you use some earrings to heal from it, because according to Rocio, she's coming out here to tell people that no, guys, you cannot say that I was not sick, because for me, I used some IVs and it was quick. You didn't justify anything, Rocio. You did not. It doesn't work like that. We are Kenyans. We know how it is when you're sick because of malaria. But then it's so hard nowadays to get malaria. I don't know any Kenyan if you agree with that. But back then it was the order of the day. I think it's because of the nets that we are given by the government most of the time, sometimes, but you can buy it super cheap. But my point is this: we get the same treatments that we don't receive the same treatments. It was so fast for her because of the IVs. Very stupid liar.
My treatment already. So yes, thank you so much. Look, I'm wearing very beautiful and powerful black onyx to repel all the bad spirits. Back to the sender, Maisha. Tell, because the senders are watching. Back to the sender.
Rocio, you take care of that baby. You are just using your baby for content. I'm sorry to drag the baby, but I'm just saying, justice for the baby, because I saw Rocio yesterday taking the baby. I think wanted some water. Rocio, super sick, suffering from severe malaria, severe. Took the bottle and poured it in a very tiny, I don't know how to put this across, barely a drip of water for the baby. You were moving around. I can see the baby is back to hanging neck. I don't know if you saw in this video, if any one of you watched, you know what I'm talking about. Zero care for the baby. Zero care. You're just out here running after Mura Sensor because, of course, you have nothing going on with your life. And that is why congratsmum and deemwango does not like you. Who will like someone like you? You want to come to Africa, be treated like a queen while you're just good for nothing. Woman running around. You're even going to an extent of cursing the tourists. Zero thinking, because they are super excited and they are, the commotion, shouting this and that. They paid for that. If the facility itself does not have a problem with that, why should it bother you? Do you pay taxes in Kenya? I'm sorry to say this, but for me, I was like, girl, that is not the villa. It does not work like that. You don't make the rules. Why would you go around and saying zero thinking? They cannot show. Oh my God. Well, I don't see anything that you do for the country that you want servants for. Can you shut up, Rocio? I know at this point, the people in that villa do not like you because deemwango yesterday, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, she came out here and she said that I'm building my home because I don't want to become a burden. There comes a point where you find a man saying that huyu amekuwa mzigo, like this one has now become a burden. Rocio, you're a burden. Even to the country itself, because you don't pay taxes, you don't do nothing, you just eat from people. You're a parasite, but you have the nerve to come out here and disturb people who are building the nation. You crazy. You crazy MF. Guys, let me stop from that. But at this point, going forward, Rocio, you come out here, Mura Sensor has kicked you out. Probably given you some thorough beating. You will never see a reactor. I don't know. But personally, I'll not come out here and say, oh my God, Mura Sensor, go to Nairobi, meet the mother of your child. Oh my God, Rocio. Mura's fans told you that you're nothing. We knew you through Mura Sensor. So expect nothing more than that. Expect nothing more than that. Yeah, I think I saw yesterday deemwango came out and said that the dog is pregnant. I don't know who was pregnant, but I knew that she was just out here chasing for views, of course. So, Rocio, you didn't play the reactors or something. Yeah, I saw a comment. I think I pinned it. I think I've gotten rid of it, but that was amazing comment. I don't know why the fans are out here. Oh, reactors, where will you hide your face? Oh, blah, blah. I don't see anywhere that reactors should be hiding from anyone, because if at all, I agree with that comment that I just pinned. Rocio played the fans, not us. We came out here and we were saying things the way they were. You were out here using sickness to run after Mura Sensor, of course, because where else? Where else will you get? Where else will you get the kind of lifestyle that Africa is giving it to you? Where else? Of course, you had to go to Nairobi, sober up. I don't know after what, probably after some beating, I don't know. Allegedly, Mura Senso slapped Rocio after Rocio threw some water on Mura Senso, allegedly. If that is the case, Rocio ran to Nairobi, sat down in a very tiny corner or a big corner, wherever she was, and thought of it. Oh my God, I'm Rocio. There's nowhere else I can go. Back to Mexico to sing to the drunkards in a club? Hell no, I'm going back to the villa. And you came out here with this game. I'm so sick. I'm doing this. Mura Senso was not giving you any time of the day. Of course, until Reactors came out here. Justice for Rocio. Or whatever it was. But I was not buying it. Let me not excuse myself from the madness, but I'm just going to say that my word was that it will be so hard to see Rocio packing up and going to Argentina, because Rocio loves what she's getting in Kenya, of course, the views, the lifestyle, that she never got it from anywhere in this world. She never got that anywhere in this world, and she will never. So, Rocio, you cannot come out here and do anything about anything, because we know you are poor, poverty-stricken from the junkyard. Can you imagine where you come from until your unofficial husband goes? How shameful is that, guys? Like, the person you intend to marry comes to your home to clean it for you, and you will come out here to Kenya and pretend to be this princess from where? A damn loser you are. Guys, so if you came in late, maybe you want to go back and check out this mess that Rocio came out here to repel. Repel what? Somebody said in the live chat section that Rocio needs to go to avoid going outside so that she does not infect the mosquitoes and malaria.
So yes, thank you so much. Look, I'm wearing very beautiful and powerful black onyx to repel all the bad spirits. Back to the sender, Maisha, tell them.
Of course, as I said, take care of the baby and stop this madness, Rocio. You're the worst mother out here. Your child was sick. You were running around London. And you came back telling people that, oh my God, guys, I was going through some tough, dark times. That is why I ran to London. By the way, you're a very chronic problem in everyone's life. It's not the first time that she's running away from the villa. She also left to London. She came out here and said that there were some problems in paradise. So I think it's time to reflect on yourself instead of coming out here with your BS, trying to insult people's intelligence. So I was suffering from malaria, but because I took some drips here and there, I informed you after I was getting better, this and that. You cannot. You cannot. And stop. I thought it was about coming for the villagers alone, but the nerve to come to the tourists that paid it for themselves.
People get so excited and they don't give a. They can get rude and aggressive. How come? Zero thinking.
No, take one more.
That is it about Rocio, guys. I'm done with that at this point. Let me just touch on it. Of course, you can see she was not happy in that trip to the giraffe park, because I don't know if you've seen Mura's latest video, but Mura Senso was with the sister alone. Correct me if I'm wrong. Mura Senso decided to go and meet the sister, and Rocio decided to go to the giraffe park. And that is why, of course, you can see Rocio is not happy. She's projecting on the tourists. And I think she's not so dumb to know that Mura Senso or deemwango, they were like these idiots. She was not, she just wanted she just wanted me to come and pick her up. Of course, you cannot fool anyone, Rocio. So that is it, Rocio. That is what is happening. Mura Senso met deemwango in Nairobi without Rocio. Because this one on the screen cannot get along with nobody. Now let's go to the village, guys. Of course, you know a lot has been happening. Before that, if there is someone that I can compare to Rocio, if there is someone that is a duplicate of Rocio, carbon copy in terms of lack of wisdom, stupidity, what can I say, is this one. Let me play it. If there is someone in that village that you can compare with Rocio, it's not Gintu, but Mayugno. Sorry, guys. If there is someone that you can compare Rocio to, is Mayugno. Did you see the incident in the morning? So this is what happened. If you didn't watch, or if you watched, let's give our reactions. So Mayugno found Gintu on the road. Gintu was doing content. That is a public road. But Matiko's road is not a public road. That is something that I have to applaud the chief. Speak it, tell the truth, the way it is. That is not a public road. The dad was told to speak to the children. I'm mixing up things, we'll get to that, but I loved it. Congrats dad was told, speak to your children or they'll be in for themselves. Whatever happens, it will be on their own, because you cannot be doing this. We'll get to that, but before that, Mayugno found Gintu on a public road. Guess what this stupid Mayugno, a carbon copy of Rocio. Sorry, a carbon copy of Rocio. Mayugno told Gintu that, oh, you're using Mura's road to create content. Mayugno, you're just like Rocio, uneducated. If you didn't go to school, of course, you know, I'm not coming for you. They are amazing people, very bright, successful, who didn't go to school. But for the likes of Mayugno and Rocio, a special case. Mayugno is out here telling Gintu that you're in private property and it's a public road. That is the ancestral land for Gintus, Mogesis, these people that come from that village. I'm not being tribal, whatever you want to term me is, but I'm just saying. Just the same thing for Rocio to come out here and curse on the tourists. Those people are building the nation. This country that you're staying in, Rocio, is the same way Mayugno is out here. Can you imagine? This is a public road, Mayugno. Why would you come out here and tell Gintu that no, you cannot be filming in Marwa's road? You are an idiot, of course, and you're coming out here to announce to the world that you're an idiot. And those are the friends to Marwa. That is why Marwa, you become a slave to this one, Rocio.
Okay, what about what's going to be coming at the end? Is it going to be coming positive or going to be coming negative? Bro.
Listen to that. He spoke in Swahili to mean umeanza kugeuza njia ya Marwa iwe yako. You've converted Marwa's road to be yours simply because Mayugno was filming on that road. That fool walking away. I don't care whether your Gintu is your cup of tea or not, but just look at Mayugno. That greedy MF walking away. You're building 3 homes, you don't have money, you're just depending on retired people in the US. You're the people embarrassing the continent out there. Greedy. Mayugno, can you shush? Those are the kinds that Marwa hangs around. Mayugno, Marwa. You come out here and say, you know, I'm an actuarial scientist, but your friends are the likes of Mayugno. Foolish. That is not Marwa's road. And of course, we have to understand that Mayugno was out here saying that because he wants to be in the good books of Mura Senso for donors, of course, for donations. How can you come out here and tell people that you're in a private property when it's a public road that was given by the ancestors of that person, of the Gintus? That's a fact, guys. The nerve. I compare Mayugno's intelligence with Rocio. Carbon copy. Carbon copy. Thank you, Alice Queen, for tuning in. Same to Soul Sister. I really appreciate you guys so much. Nicole, and another banger is a reactor. Kindly check her out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gracie Griffins. Miss Optimistic, I think you were out here earlier. Thank you so much. Guys, kindly drop your likes. Nicole Ebony, thank you. Guys, oh my God, if there's something that pissed me today is this one, Mayugno. And the people that support Mayugno, the likes of Mayugno and Rocio, what do you see in these people? Of course, it's not us. I really wish one of them is watching. What do you see from these crazy people out here? I don't like people who think they are smart, but very dumb. JC, thank you for tuning in. Mary Moore, thank you. You were out here, same to Precious Life. You say that Marwa told us Argentina is better than Kenya. And the likes of Rocio come from that country. You're like, oh my God. And Rocio says that claims the European heritage. You're embarrassing people out here, Rocio. You can do better. You can do better. Loud, I'm just kidding, guys. I don't talk like that. Oh my God, deemwango. Loud, thank you so much for tuning in. I see your comments. Onella, thank you. JC, soon she'll say she went to get Botox. I think the reason why Rocio was zooming in the face is to show people that I don't have the bruises or something. I saw the fans say that, oh, reactors, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you people. I think that was the reason. And I was like, Rocio, you should have come out here and shown us the face immediately. Why did you have to hide for a good 1 week before you came out here? Why? That is so on point, Kavan. 100% on point. That is what happened. Guys, if I didn't mention your name, Muzungu Pebbles was out here. I don't know if you're still out here. Thank you so much. Of course, you know Muzungu Pebbles is a reactor. Bringing some bangers out here. I really appreciate you, Muzungu Pebbles. Muzungu Pebbles was so done with the Rocio. Kugeuza njia ya Marwa yako means making Marwa's road into his. Can you imagine, Alice Queen? Can you imagine? Lady D, thank you for tuning in. Mayugno, you need to evaluate your brain.
Kukoaje kwani?
Kuja sijui wapi ni kuonyeshe dunia watu wana, like come I show you how people live. I don't know where. In those donated properties or something, Mayugno, you don't have any shame out here. Coming out here to use pensioners' money. You didn't go to school to get work, or rather you didn't look for a work to get genuine money. You're conning older people in the US, and you have the nerve to come out here and pretend, act like you're something that you're not. Come on, you.
Sasa unaona mimi
Sorry, I had muted myself. Guys, Mayugno is telling Gintu to get off Marwa's road, and Gintu is telling him that no, this is not Marwa's road. That is what they are conversing in Swahili.
Niko sehemu zangu bro. So sasa ngori ni
telling Gintu that don't dare come with that camera on the other road heading to Mayugno. Like it's my road. Don't dare come towards the other road. Of course, you can see that branch going to Mayugno's property. These are the people that anything happens to them because of their stupidity. Can you imagine Mayugno attacking Gintu for no reason? How will you defend yourself? What were you thinking? That is a threat. Telling Gintu that, well, jichanganye, like you dare come to my road. That's not your road, Mayugno.
gani? Ngori ni gani? Buda acha nikuambie mani. Haya. I'm not interested.
Woo. Hey, the nerve. Jichanganye ukuje na hiyo camera. Like you dare come with that camera towards the other road. I'll beat you up. That is Mayugno. But the majority oh my God, guys, today I'm losing it because of Mayugno. I'm like, Marwa is making you guys lose your senses or something. The nerve to come out here and tell people that that is Marwa's road, I'll beat you up if you come with your camera. Mayugno, who do you think you are? Who exactly do you think you are? And is it not funny how Marwa's boys did not attend the baraza today, guys? Did you find that funny? That goes to confirm that Marwa was running away so that he does not attend that baraza, but it was successful. I loved it, honestly.
From their boss talk about that kind of the fantastic model. That is the way forward, and we're gonna. You can have been at this kind of the planning and everything. Is very safe. I'm just reporting live on what's gonna be.
Let me not replay it. I wanted to replay it for the last time without interrupting. Sometimes you're like, Neo, can you play the receipt without interrupting? That is what I wanted to do.
You can have been into an emotion right now and talk about, okay, what about what's going to be coming at the end? Is it going to be coming positive or going to be coming negative? Bro. Kukoaje kwani? Hii njia si ya Marwa. Mimi jichanganye uje tu na hiyo kamera pale. Sasa unaona mimi niko sehemu zangu bro. Wewe jichanganye tu uje na hiyo kamera pale. So sasa ngori ni gani? Ngori ni gani? Buda acha nikuambie mani.
It's unfortunate that I played it and I know probably you'll not understand because it's in Swahili, but Mayugno was basically being an idiot, threatening, claiming that the road belongs to Marwa and we should not be found there filming or doing anything. Mayugno, ndio maana kwenda shule ni ya maana sana. Hata kama wewe ni marafiki za Marwa, Mwango, bado tu unaonekana wewe ndio mjinga kwa kila mtu hapo. Mayugno. Ndio maana yani basic masomo ile ya chini kabisa ni ya maana. Hata uwe na manyumba ngapi, guys. Let me say that for Mayugno to understand. Mayugno, bado tu unaonekana mjinga kabisa. Akili zero thinking. That is who I'll compare Rocio to. That is who I'll compare Rocio to. Very uncouth individuals on these streets. So guys, let's finish up with the baraza. Baraza is a meeting for the villagers. It's a lot happened, but allow me to talk about two things that happened in that baraza. We call it a day, then we'll come back tomorrow and catch up from where I left, because a lot of it we need some translations here and there, because yeah. So sister, I had to say that in Swahili for huyu mjinga elewe, so that Mayugno can understand. So guys, of course you saw the meeting was successful. Mura Senso ran to Nairobi. That is something that convinced Marwa to go and meet Rocio, because he didn't want to attend the baraza where the villagers were expressing their grievances to the authorities about deemwango specifically, Mura Senso and the entire family, but more so deemwango and Mura Senso. I loved it. I loved how Chris expressed himself, because Chris was like, this is our homes. We will not sit down and watch one family treat us like we are nobodies out here. And it was so interesting that this is something that happened. That time that the Matikos were being arrested, apparently, Congrats' dad went to their home. Congrats' dad went to their home and told a very young child, I heard from Matiko himself in that baraza, told the son or the daughter of Matiko that you guys, we will make sure that you sell all this land and you leave this place. That is why we are taking you to the courts. Evil people. Congrats, dad, are very mature with your big age. Congrats, dad. You approach a very young boy to threaten. You want them to leave that village. That is their ancestral home, village. You, of all the people, you want someone else to leave? That was so interesting for me to see someone like Congrats, dad, Mzee wa kanisa, forefront in the church. Forefront in the church with the Bible, together with the corn mom, the corn wife, acting like a pastor. You find them in the church. Hey, the security people in the church is going to meet a very young boy and telling him that, you see, this land of yours, we are taking you guys to the court so that you sell your land. Eva Miller, thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, allow me to talk about it tomorrow. It's a long video and interesting from point 1 to 10. But something that I have to say, deemwango took it from the dad. The dad is another, I want to respect him because of the age, but just the way deemwango is so evil, very stupid, running after people's property, this and that, forcing ways. That is how I saw the dad behaving. And taking people like jokes. Oh, guys, you know, this property, I don't know. Oh, I paid so and so and so to use their land, but he doesn't want to pay Matiko, because the chief and the entire authorities were like, the final word was that if you want to use that road, you have to agree with Matiko whether you pay them or not. So not like in Kenya, you have to pay someone to use a private road, because that is their land. Congrats, dad, together with your children, you fenced your land. No one can use it as a road. No one. But you want to use someone's land by force to an extent of taking them to court. So that was the final statement. You cannot force yourself to Matiko's road. It's a private land. Leave this one, Mayugno coming out here to say that, oh, barabara ya Marwa, like this road belongs to Marwa. No, it was concluded by the chief and the and the senior people there that that road is a private road. That is a land that just Matiko created for his convenience, not these other uncouth YouTuber. What is the name? Deemwango. No. So I loved it. Let me talk about two things, and then tomorrow I'll come back. I think 2 hour live stream. It will be so interesting because we got to see the village in a very different perspective. Because most of the times you just get to learn, oh, so and so, this and that. But for that one, people were we say in Kenya kufungua roho. People were opening up, telling their issues. It was not funny to learn that Mura Senso and the family have threatened the entire village. Like you stand up to them, they tell you, I will arrest you. And I love that, especially that it was in front of the police officers. I loved it. Because it was an indirect way of telling the police officers, you beat us up, you mistreat us because of this family. I love that, guys, because it was an indirect attack to the police officers and that administration, indirectly. Because, of course, these people just collect money from this family and they come grab someone, go and threaten them, take their GoPros, and that is it. So that was beautiful. But something about the chief, overall, I loved the chief. I liked how we conducted the mukutano, but something was interesting. He talked about the charity or the donations. The chief does not appreciate that there are some YouTubers who collect donations for the poor people, because it's like, why would you go to someone's home to film their property? There is a case, I don't want to get into it, but there is a Muzungu, let me say a foreign person that's called. She was conned by one of these charity people. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But I was watching the chief and I'm like, what do you mean? Are you coming for the Marwas? Are you coming for who else? Because the chief, you cannot forget that davyjnr does these charity things, all of them. I think all the YouTubers. Let me play that part. We talk about reactors because the chief is not happy about the reactors, but probably it's about a few reactors or all of us. We don't know. We'll talk about that before we call it a day. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you dropped your notes.
Kuna wale ambao nyinyi mnafanya, if there's any person who is on charity, kindly, whoever is on charity on YouTube in this area, kindly work with the authorities in this area. Otherwise, we are going to take you in for profiling our village. You are profiling persons.
Guys, that is what he said. What do you think about that? I really tried to understand what he meant, because I was like, the chief, are you supporting the Marwas? Because that will be so uninformed of you, because I've seen deemwango, not even deemwango, davyjnr using, not even davyjnr, even Mura Senso, using the poor people to get donations and take out some handouts from it, the cut from it. The chief does not agree with going for the poor people. You film someone's home, and then you get a donor in funds. Maybe the home is in a very poor condition. You get a donor, construct a home for that person. The chief does not agree with that. He claims that it's profiling. Like, this one is poor, this one is not. I don't see a problem with that. Like, make me understand. I stand to be corrected. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I just want to understand that. Why is the chief not happy about that? The chief is like, no, unless you work with the authorities. If you want to film that kind, because of course, at this point, I personally think it's the entire village. They grab their GoPros, they go to a very, I'm not coming for African tea travels. I love her. Just love her. That is another victim for Rocio. If you didn't watch her sit down, because she was like, there was a point she wanted something, and Rocio was like, I didn't talk to you. Madarao, talking to us so badly. So I love African tea travels, but I'm just saying, just the way she did it, filmed, she saw a grandmother struggling. They fell apart with that grandma, but if you know what I'm talking about. The chief is like, no, that is profiling people. This one is poor, this one is not. I think the chief was out of tune at that point. I didn't see a problem with that. I don't know why you were so pressed about that. If you understand or you're with the chief, let us know in the live chat section, because personally I was like, the chief.
You are profiling families, how poor they are, putting them online without prior authority from the authorities around. I can say that for free.
You don't make sense, according to me. Free world. Because don't forget that I saw a comment out here. I really wish I had pinned. Someone said that the chief was against the meeting. It's just that Chris pushed for it. Yeah, thank you, Nicole Boni. And he had supporters here and there, and that is why it happened. So because of that, I'm like, the chief, there were some points off points. I'll talk about it tomorrow that you could see. Are you speaking on behalf of Mura Senso? Did he give you something? Because he touched on the reactors, and I'm like, no, chief, that is an informed statement, because you cannot, the reactors are allowed by the platform. It's even healthy. You're doing reaction as the chief in that meeting. What do you mean? So the chief is like, and of course, in Kenya, by the way, when the chief says this one is the end of this, you have to follow. The chief has said, no, from now going forward, you cannot do that. But deemwango came out here and said that I will call a live stream, talk to people to construct a home for Murimi. Is that not the same thing? Is that not the same thing that the chief is talking about? We'll talk about that, guys. I feel like the chief, you can do better.
I have tried several times to reach you people. And I told you, if we are to come to a point of changing our community, then change does not come with an individual. You have to get individuals with like minds, then form a community-based organization. From that community-based organization, any community-based organization is run by a board of management. That board of management, actually, the authorities will be involved. With the involvement of the authorities, then comes the security.
The chief, I think I got to your point there. Let's talk about that. I think we've already talked about it, and I think I agree with the Melanie. Maybe the chief is taking a script from the Muras, because the reason why majority of these people get someone with a poor shelter, poor home, just the way the previous idiot we were talking about, what is the name? Mayugno. Coming out here to portray yourself as you're suffering. Oh my God, I don't even have a home. You get people who have retired, they're supposed to be enjoying their hard-earned money. They pour the money in your building 3 homes. What is the difference? It's the same con tactic that Mayugno is using. Even Mura Senso to come out here and say that, oh my God, I had a very tough childhood. It's the same thing. Mura Senso is profiling himself as a poor person to get donations. The same thing that deemwango is doing. 1 bag of cement, 10 bags of cement. You're profiling yourself. I'm using that term. There is no difference. You cannot pick from, oh, because this person did this. No, the chief, the entire fraternity of YouTubers in that village, they pose as poor people, headed by Mayugno, like-minded with Rocio. The same thing. All of them that are doing constructions. Oh my God. 10 bags of cement. So the chief, I didn't agree with him when it comes to that. Either you ban the entire thing, you tell people you cannot be begging here and there, something of that kind, but you cannot pick 1 or 2, 3. Even Mura Senso, Deemwango, all of them. Is that not what Mura Senso did when it came to Mama Ann's family? He refused to do some accountability because that is how they eat. It's either you come out here and benefit directly, you start up a construction foundation, you know that you'll come out here and say, oh my God, as people from Nyaboanze, we really struggle this and that. People donate to you. Conmanship. That is what deemwango is doing. Everyone in that village is doing. So chief, don't get me wrong, the entire meeting was fantastic. I loved it. Because the villagers had a stand. And I love that they were facing Congress dad face to face. You cannot be doing that. But I just want to start with the things that I didn't agree, or rather I didn't understand from the chief. Because for that, what do you mean, chief? Everyone. But just as Melanie Nyaboke said, probably he wants a cat. When you get a donor to construct a home for a very poor person in the village, give him a cat. My opinion, allegedly, chief, don't look for me. But I'm not scared. Let me put that out there. Guys, we live in Kenya. Anything can happen, but I'll just have to put it out there. I am not scared of nobody. Nobody. So something else the chief said that reactors. Reactors. And of course, that one I can say that probably Marwa and the family told him that, oh my God, these people are reactors. Or I think the chief was also targeting some individuals here and there. Let's play that. According to him, he does not agree with reactors' reaction. Only a fool reacts. Like, Rocio is there. Coming for reactors, the chief is out here. I don't agree with the chief when it comes to that. Reactors are out here to call out the BS. Help the Wazungus when they get scammed by the likes of Mayugno. Open people's eyes. I don't agree with that. Guys, don't get me wrong. Tomorrow we'll be talking about the beautiful things. I commend the chief, although he had started cornering, but finally he was man enough to show up and conduct this baraza. But of course, after some struggles, if you can read the live chat section, that is what happened. But all in all, I loved it, honestly. So let's talk about the reactors. Guys.
And you call yourself who? Reactors.
Let me go back. Let me play the entire thing without interrupting.
So observe. So it's like the more lewd you are, the better. The more abusive you are, the better online. And you call yourself who? Reactors. I'm a reactor. Only a fool reacts. Wise individuals don't react, they act. Individuals with wisdom act. Fools react. And we really have to come to terms with the with the reality. You don't have to tear somebody's character for you to be rich. Ninasema kwa sababu wanarekodi. Wacha yende huko. Juzi to...
Oh my God, sorry guys, that laughter is not for the internet. I have to come out here and behave myself. But You missed something that he said in Swahili. He told the authorities there, I think, I'm not so sure, was the OCS there? There were some police officers, there were some senior people there. And after saying that foolish people react, blah, 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 he went ahead to say in Swahili that I'm saying that because they are recording. Of course, the chief was targeting. Who was recording there? I saw Gintu, I saw Mogesi, I saw, was it Mayani or Ernesto? I saw who? I saw some of them. And if, this is the reason why I'm talking about that guy. If the chief was targeting these people, I'd say the chief, you're biased. It means Mura Senso and the family told you something and you went by it. Why don't you get to hear from the other side? Why don't you get to hear from the other side? That is why I'm like, despite the hiccups here and there, I didn't want to show up last minute, this and that. The meeting was good. I loved it, but we also have to criticize where we can, where we have to call it out. Why would you target those people there? Because he said in Swahili, nasema hivyo kwa sababu wanafeel. Of course, he cannot target Gintu or the rest of the YouTubers that are filming. Are you profiling those YouTubers there, calling them reactors? And why? Because the same people you are pointing out there, they are not in Marwa's camp. It means you're biased. The chief is the one talking, guys, right? Yeah, that is the chief. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, because today we were all over the place. On the tech, it should be Eva Miller. Guys, I didn't agree with that. Anasema hivyo kwa sababu wanafilm. I'm saying that because they are filming. And we can pinpoint who was filming. In that meeting, we had Gintu, Mogesi, Ernesto, I saw Mayani. I'm not so sure if he was filming. And I'm sure there were a lot of them. And everyone that was there, I didn't see Mayugno. I didn't see the Buri Lika, Naso. He was not there. Anyone else that wants to side with Mura Senso, of course, because of the donations, they were not there. And Nasto is another uncouth human being because you're one of the villagers. Does it mean that you do not agree with what they stand for? Nasto, who else was not there apart from Mayugno and these other hypocrites? Of course, Gitiriba was not there. And for Chief to say that those who are filming are reactors and he does not agree with the reactions, you're profiling them. You're siding with Marwa. I didn't like that, to be very honest. To be very honest, yeah? Nasto was not there. Why Nasto? Huh? Does it mean that you do not, that you side with Marwa when it comes to forcing himself to people's property? But you come out here and talk on the internet like you're a very good person. Why don't you stand with your fellow villagers? Because you want to be behind Mura's Nyash, doing anything, doing the most, just to be on the good side with Marwa for the donations, of course, upcoming projects and whatsoever. Oh, Kavan, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Guys, I didn't agree with that, honestly.
Juzi watu wakatoka a case from here, a case that ought to have handled ought to have been handled by us, actually came from Geneva.
That is another interesting story, guys. There is someone from Geneva. What happened? Was the person scammed or something? Let's listen. before we call it a day, guys, because that is another interesting story.
From Geneva to Nairobi. Now, we were the last individuals on the ground to be told of what is happening in our own areas. So mimi najaribu kuambia hivi tu kitu matusi yamekuwa hapo ndani, kutokuheshimiana kumekuwa humo ndani. Huyu anataka achukue sijui nani viwasio wa fulani, tukana yule, tukana upande huu. Make yourself rich out of abusing each other. It has reached a point that watu hata saizi they are no longer getting the attention that they used to get. Saizi hapa kwetu saizi kumeharibika. Hata mtu huyu ananidistract. Kuna wale ambao nyinyi mnafanya if there's any part.
Let me disturb you for a minute, but the chief was also busy. Reactors were not the only people busy. The chief is like, this phone is distracting me. He's talking about the Geneva because I'm watching with you guys. I heard a bit. Let's listen, I translate. We talk about it for 2 minutes. We talk about it for 2 minutes before we call it a day. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And I hope you liked.
Person who is on charity, kindly, whoever is on charity on YouTube in this area, kindly work with the authorities in this area. Otherwise, we are going to take you in for profiling our village. You are profiling persons. You are profiling families, how poor they are, putting them online without prior authority from the authorities around. I can say that for free. I have tried several times to reach you people, and I told you, if we are to come to a point of changing our community, then change does not come with an individual.
Guys, allow me to talk about it tomorrow because I want it in one space. Now I have to skip to find the story of Geneva. Chris, we wanted to, thank you, Chris. Chris is out here with us. We wanted to understand the Geneva saga. What happened to the Muzungu from Geneva? Because allegedly, guys, there was a case from Geneva. Where is it in the world? Which part of the world? Guys, drop your likes. Chris, I don't know if you're still out here. What happened with the Geneva woman? Where is Geneva in this world? Guys, it seems a lot of things happen that we don't even get to hear out here, because in that meeting, they were talking about a case. Someone from Geneva was reporting. The person was scammed, and he reported to the Kenyan authorities. And of course, it was communicated to the village. Or it is located in the southwest of Switzerland, in the border between France and Switzerland. So far, she was busy, but she sent someone. Chris. But Chris, something that I have to say, you did amazing. I loved how you even introduced yourself. That is so powerful. Even the meeting, regardless. Regardless of the chief swaying here and there, it was so powerful. It's a statement. And I really hope the community can stick with each other. Yo moja yenye mulikuwa nayo, that togetherness that you had, I'm telling you, you can move the mountains. It can stop this family, because once they know the villagers are singing one voice, they invite the administration and they talk with confidence. Guys, did you see how those wazees were talking? They were like, you cannot tell us anything. Matiko cannot be taken to court for for something that is not supposed to be reported, because allegedly the fight happened at the gate, at Matiko's gate. And according to the Kenyan law, if someone comes and confronts you in your own home, there's no case there. So I really loved the village. I loved it. It was amazing. It was a statement. And I'm very, very certain that it will be different. It will be different because, of course, any other person, whether politician and an enemy, the Marwas, they thrive in divide and rule. They approach the weaklings like a Nasto, puts them in their side, takes Gitiriba, this and that, so that the opposition can be weak, just like our Kenya's politics, just like that. But once you unite for one cause, amazing. A lot of things can be done. Guys, I'm very sure that I'll come out here tomorrow. We talk about a lot of things that I didn't cover. And that is Chris, the organizer of the meeting. Guys, I really hope that you support Chris, watch his videos. Of course, if you support the villagers, you resonate with the villagers. Just even beyond this, watch Chris videos, subscribe to his channel, always like his videos. We support them because, of course, you know what deemwangos and the Marwas like when they are above everyone. But I loved it. You did so well, Chris. You did so well. Yeah, that was amazing. That was amazing. Cecile, thank you for tuning in. Onela, you said, Chris, I like how you taught your villagers to stop. Yes, it was beautiful. I also watched. I was super busy, but I made sure to watch. I made sure. Nixon, yeah, that one we have to give Chris his flowers. He did amazing. Guys, he did amazing. Thank you so much, Chris, for standing up for the villagers. That was amazing, beautiful. Like and share and subscribe, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I don't want to take a lot of your time because we still have tomorrow. We'll cover. I know it was more than 2 hours, but we'll always incorporate with our Mura's reaction, this and that. We talk about it. We talk about it, but more so, this was made possible because of Christmas. Chris, I almost said Christmas list, but because of Chris the Great. So make sure to support him, guys, whenever you can. Just by watching someone's video, that is support enough. It will really go a long way, guys. Thank you. Yeah. Because it's not easy, guys. Like bringing the entire village together, someone is busy, this one has this to do. But for him to do that single-handedly, and I'm very sure that the Muras were pained. They were not happy about it. They faced the machete guy. He's always so like, oh, what can they tell me? They sat him down, have a conversation. Regardless of here and there, mishaps here and there, it was successful, I'd say so. Yeah, guys, about the river, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Did they even cover it? I'm not so sure, but we'll look at it tomorrow. We'll look at it tomorrow. Soul sister, guys, I'm just out here to appreciate you because we are so done. 1 hour, 40 minutes, that's a lot. And I can see people are joining now, but let's call it a day for now. But tomorrow we'll be out here. We'll see what is happening. So that is what we were talking about. Rocio coming out here. Rocio coming out here with the BS, of course, and a lot of things. If you came in late, kindly you can go back and check some clips that you missed. We reacted on. But we'll be out here tomorrow. Thank you so much. Monique, thank you for tuning in. My moderators of the day, Cecile, Monique, Fekere, Angela, Lucy. And if I didn't mention your name, thank you. Thank you for tuning in today. Eva Miller says that Chris, stay 10 toes to the ground. Do not waver. No matter how much they come at you, your people come first. Choose Chase Marwa in this generation. Yeah, it was for a good cause. Like, let's respect each other. Guys, like and subscribe before you leave. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow. That was it for today, guys. If you've not subscribed, kindly consider subscribing. But most importantly, anytime you watch, drop your likes and come to the comment section or leave your reactions in the live chat section. I'll see you tomorrow, same place, maybe earlier or same time. But today's reactors that tuned in was Muzungu Pebbles and another banger. If I missed someone, I'm sorry, but check them out. And of course, Chris the Great. Thank you so much. Robinak, thank you. Could not believe how. Yeah, he could not believe. I really hope they stick together like that. When there is a meeting, show up and speak your mind. Mary Mo, ciao. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye-bye. That was it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace. Bye. Ifoma, thank you. Ifoma, thank you. Ifoma for tuning in. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Let me thank you. I hope I get it. Yeah.